Meanwhile, it is day 3 now of the Summer Olympics, and Team USA is already looking, well, awfully dominant early. On Sunday, the United States led all countries with 12 medals earned, 3 of which were, in fact, won. China stands in second place in the overall medal count, followed by Australia. Ben Tracy has been tracking it all for us from the games, joins us now from Rio, and a very familiar formula here, Ben, as week 1 usually goes to the American swimmers, and thus far they are on schedule. I do want to begin with the ageless wonder, however. I was really looking forward to this 4x relay against France, and it was Michael Phelps really turning the tide there once again.
It was an amazing swim. I mean, they were behind when he got in the pool, and he really made up a lot of time for them. You know, there were some people questioning whether or not the Americans would even medal in that relay, but not only did they knock off their arch rivals, the Australians, but they beat the defending champs, the French. And it was really just an amazing swim to see Phelps go in there and perform that well after, you know, obviously a lot has happened in the last couple of years for him. I was reading this morning, his coach was saying that with Michael Phelps, it's usually all or nothing, and so he was very happy to see that be his first performance last night. That was Michael Phelps' 23rd Olympic medal, an all-time record. 19 of them are now gold. It's
been said that the real belief, conventional though it may be, no Olympian will ever come close to that sort of medal haul. However, if one does, perhaps it's his own teammate, somebody also doing remarkable things in the pool. We saw it again from Katie Ledecky last night, taking her world record time out behind the woodshed.
Exactly. I mean, you're right. If there's anybody that's going to rival Michael Phelps, it is likely Katie Ledecky. So she not only won that race last night, I mean, she obliterated the competition. She beat them by 5 seconds and then shattered her own world record by 2 seconds. And for anyone not familiar with swimming, 2 seconds is an eternity in swimming. So that was really a serious swim. Many people expecting to see her in front of the American flag with the national anthem playing several times in the next week and a half. She'll be swimming again today in the 200-meter freestyle. So I would get used to hearing the name Katie Ledecky and get used to seeing her with a medal of some color, likely gold, around her neck.
Yes, the camera had to pull back wide just to get her competition into the shot. Meanwhile, we did see the goings on there on the mats and the vaults and the uneven bars. The U.S. women's gymnastics team dominating the qualifying round on Sunday, but it was one name that really stood out.
Yes, and that name is Simone Biles. They called them the Fierce Five, and obviously they proved that again last night. I mean, they were just amazing. They really, I think they ended the qualifying round 10 points ahead of the nearest team, which is huge in gymnastics. So they really did dominate, and she's amazing. I mean, it's like she has springs in her legs and can just fly through the air and nail those dismounts and landings. Perhaps the only disappointment was Gabby Douglas, who was trying to become the first female gymnast in 50 years to repeat as the Olympic champion, but only 2 women from each nation can advance to the individual all-around, and she did not make the cut on the U.S. team, although we should mention she would have beat out many other people from the other countries that did advance, but because only 2 can go from each team, she will not be able to partake in the individual all-around.
Speaking of 2 women and really that word disappointment, I'm not sure if it was as disappointing as it was stunning to see the Williams sisters, Serena and Venus, not advance, losing a match losing a doubles match. They had been all but written in pen as adding to their medal haul.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to women's doubles tennis in the Olympics, they are like watching the U.S. men's basketball team play. You just assume they're going to win. So to get knocked out in the first round, they have won 15 matches in the Olympics together, 15-0. I mean, they've won everything. So this is the first time, not only that they're out of the Olympics, they've never lost a match playing together at the Olympics. So the commentator, when they finally lost, said this is a stunning upset in Rio, and I'd say that was an understatement.
I was watching a bit earlier, Ben, so I must say these notes are cribbed, but I wish you a bon dia from all of us here in New York.
Bon dia. That's how we say good morning in Portuguese.
Thank you, Ben.
Thanks, Josh.